Hey folks, I'm Les Aria, pain psychologist, and you are watching the Mindfulness channel. And we have a special collaboration today. I have my amazing co-founder, one of the co-founders, Kartik is the other one, and we have here Arun, one of the co-founders with remedypain.co. Arun, welcome.
Thanks, Les, for having me on. We know each other well, but it's wonderful to be able to give a little bit of introduction to this event that we're hosting on Sunday. It's a town hall with you, 60 minutes. It's going to be a really intimate session for anyone struggling with persistent pain. In the town hall, Les is going to talk about the science of pain reversal for anyone suffering with migraines, back pain, knee pain, fibromyalgia, and more. There is hope. This is an open event, so please, as you're watching, register and share it with anyone you know who would be interested.
That's
I'm going to
great.
be asking Les just a few questions as maybe a little teaser, and for any of you who are watching to understand what this is about. Um, Les, could you maybe just talk? I think everyone's pretty familiar with who you are. Um, Maybe in 30 seconds or a minute, what's the new science of pain, and what's the old science, and how does it give hope for people who are suffering?
Yeah, that's a very complex question, Arun, you ask. But here's this in a very short manner of answering. The old science follows something called Descartes. Descartes is a philosopher, and they teach this in medical schools and other allied professions, where if there's an injury, if you fix it, it should resolve. However, modern pain science says, very often we have kisses of time in the spine. It's normal to have, aches and pains, but very often traditional treatments don't quite work when it comes to chronic pain because we're looking for the solution in the wrong haystack. Not to be funny here, but
Huh.
the reality, Arun, here is this, is modern pain science says, look, it's not just about structure, nerves, and tissues that have been damaged and now are healed. It's not about that.
Hmm.
It's actually about the brain and the body and what I call the nervous system. That's the real modern science, that when the brain sends messages down to the body and the body says, hey, we're scared or something is not working right, it sends it back up to the brain. And so there is a brain body interaction, and that's very powerful. So that's what we do a little bit differently, I think, at Remedy Pain compared to anything else. And in this mindfulness channel, I teach very much on how the brain and body interact. And it's very powerful. So looking for the solutions in the wrong haystack. And that is why I'm really proud to be able to offer a variety of different interventions. So new science says it's not about structure, nerves, and tissue. Take a look at the nervous system. When you feel safe enough, your body starts to heal.
Wow. Okay. So you're saying in short that people can get better, and I know this because we've now been working with a handful of folks who do get better. What's the first sign of success as someone's going through this, maybe after grasping and learning more about what you just shared?
Yeah, I think the first sign of success is definitely when you no longer fear the pain, when you no longer have fears over the thoughts, the emotions, and the physical sensations that show up. And we have a saying in our group, right, Arun? Maybe this will sound familiar, is welcome the unwelcomed. So
Yes.
when physical pain shows up, and now I want to say this to you and those listening, is it's not about saying, oh, I don't care about the pain, I'm just going to suck the suck and just kind of move on. That's
Yeah.
not what we're saying. We're saying first sign of success is when you no longer fear. You will always feel that intensity. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I know what this is. It's the brain or the nervous system not feeling safe. That's why it's producing certain amounts of pain, certain amount of thoughts and emotions. So when you can no longer, in summary, if you no longer fear the pain and have the skills,
Yeah.
when the pain shows up, the difficult thoughts, emotions, and physical pain, that's a sign of success.
That's wonderful. And you know my backstory, but I came to some of this work because I had a lot of chronic pain myself.
Mm.
And throughout that journey, I was probably bedridden for about 2 or 3 years. And when I started to learn about this science and when I started to gain a little bit of the skills, I was able to form a little bit of a new relationship to my body. And now, kind of hearing how you talk about it, I can really put the pieces together and have new language that you're so wonderful at capturing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I love hearing your story and even Kartik's story, and so the reality is this is, it's nice to have I like to say it's nice to have a sense of hope, and I like to say is it's nice to be a prisoner of hope, and also apply the skills, and that's where a lot of people go wrong is they want to get better, but they don't apply the skills. There needs to be a daily pain recovery set of skills that you do to reshape the nervous system.
What can you expand on that? What stops people from getting better? Why do they give up or
Yeah, and it's again, it's another great question, tough one to answer, and I'll do my very best here. One of the things I commonly see, it's a variety of factors, firstly, but one of the common things I see is they want the cure, so to speak. I don't like to use the word cure. I use the word healing or recovery from pain. They want it, but without the work. And you ready for a lessism?
sure? Yeah, always.
Oh, that's great. So one of the lessisms, it just popped up one day that you cannot have um, accountability over your body, which means that you cannot really have your mind and body get better without responsibility.
Hmm.
And so there cannot be any healing when you don't show up during the most difficult moments, when it's a difficult thought, difficult emotion, and physical sensation. Basically, when the yucky stuff shows up and you
Mhm.
don't have the skills, that's where everything goes wrong. So, one of the things that stops people from healing, or a big barrier, is one is not having skills. That's one thing. Number two, people want it to be fast, but without putting the effort. Try planting an apple seed and not watering it. Will you get your crops? No. Plant your seed every day, water it, using a metaphor, so to speak. And that seed is basically the skills. And one day you will get the crops. It could be 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 months. There are a variety of factors that contribute to that. But the barriers are often, I want it, but yeah, I know, but I have a busy life. This is your life. It requires a lifestyle change. It requires you to acquire very new and evidence-based treatment skills.
Mhm.
Talk therapy is great, but not to rebuilding the nervous system. So we use very specific sciences like mindfulness, ACT, internal and family systems, a very specific method of how to talk to your pain. And also, like I said, we use the polyvagal theory too, and learning how to teach people like, hey, do you know what shows up? And do you know where you are in your nervous system?
Mhm.
It's kind of like this. If you knew that you were running out of gas in your car,
Yeah.
wouldn't you make some changes? And that's pretty much what we do, is to help people get there. But the barriers are basically those top two things. And then the third one, which is a big one, and it's a tough one, Arun, is when people do not believe in this mind body stuff. You ready for another lessism?
I
All
don't know if
day
everyone else
long.
is, but bring it. Bring it on.
All right, I'm going to bring it. So here's this: is one of the things that most people want is the relief. However, that's the point. Your relief is in the belief.
Hmm.
If your belief continues to be, well, this is all structural and all, no, this is what it is, and I am okay with it, and definitely seek those people. However, if you've tried, and what I call, Arun, you heard me speak about this, when
Yeah.
you've been on the medical merry-go-round and you've paid 50,000, 40,000, and just endlessly, I really get very frustrated for my patients. I get sad for them,
Yeah.
because the reality is we're looking for the holy grail in the wrong places, and so to speak. It's all right here when you have the right skills. So with that said, when people learn to shift and let go, or you will fall, let go of what you think it really is. And that's why I like what we offer is we offer the pain signs, like, why do you really still hurt? Someone who's treating you should be able to answer that. And if you're not getting better, they should be also able to answer that. And this is why the way we treat is based on modern pain science,
Yeah.
not old science.
Yeah, and it's really wonderful. I mean, we've worked with a lot of people who have no diagnoses or the doctors can't find anything wrong. And
Right.
that's a really tough place to be. And when we first speak to them, the first thing that a lot of people have expressed is, wow, there is something for me. Someone understands what's happening to me. And
Yeah.
that's, I mean, coming back to your point about belief, that's huge.
Yeah, Arun, we're running currently a group, and I'm not sure if you recall this individual, but I think it's the fourth week of the 10-week program, and they're saying, this is wow. that they notice a change. And that's what we're looking for. Sometimes people are looking for these huge changes, but it's interesting. Other people might notice it in you. You might notice that you get up and you start moving around. You're like, hey, there's something different here.
Yep.
And also, one of the other things I've noticed in the groups that we're running is when people feel what they feel, again, going back to the basic trio, difficult thoughts, difficult emotions, and or physical sensations that just take a strong hold of you, they now are well equipped. So during the duress, they really fall to the level of skills. And that's what this is about. It's a lifestyle change and skills that will get you that recovery.
Les, we're excited to host you on Sunday. It's at 10 a.m. EST, 7 a.m. PST. Les is an early riser. We hope that you all listening join us.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to close with?
That's great. I'm hoping that folks will show up, come have fun. And if you enjoyed this, that's great. Please do come join us. Come check it out. I'm really into this because this is our life work and it's our heart's mission to help stop unnecessary suffering when it comes to chronic pain. Hope to see you there.
Link is